Elroq is Skoda's award-winning electric SUV. It is in the mix with a lot of competition, so what has it got to make it stand out? Hello and welcome to the Driver Reviews channel. I'm Vicki Butler-Henderson and today we are looking at Skoda's best-selling electric car in the world. It is the Elroq. This compact SUV comes with a variety of trim levels and battery sizes, and prices range from between £33,500 up to around £47,000 for the four-wheel drive only VRS. This Edition 85 is somewhere in the mix at around £40,000. And if you are watching right now and you haven't pressed subscribe, then please do so now, because it really does help us make super content like this.
Hey! This thing is lightning fast! What a car! What a car! Whoa! What a car!
And that is what little hatches should be. Back to the Skoda Elroq now, and its price means that it is jostling for sales with the likes of Kia's slightly smaller EV3. And if you would like to see our review of that, then please click on the link. But do stay with us now, because there is a little lesson about names in Skodaland. Lesson 1. The electric SUVs start with the letter E. Lesson 2. All SUVs end with the letter Q. Lesson 3. This car shares some of its name with the non-electric version with similar prices called the Karoq. This Elroq's shape is sharp and neat, with some unusual front lights bookending Skoda's tech deck face, which houses and hides a camera and a multitude of sensors, and even Ferrari has trouble hiding all of that stuff. This car's colour is Timiano green, which is a new one for this car and rather charming up close. The roof rails and tinted rear windows are useful for extra luggage and protecting passengers from bright sun when it eventually shines. And the rear spoiler helps it slip through the air as efficiently as possible. Well, as efficiently as a car weighing just over 2,000 kilograms can. You can add lots more weight in the boot, which is a generous 470 litres. Drop the back seats, which split 60-40, and there's an impressive 1,580 litres, which is bigger than Kia's EV3 by up to 300 litres. And that's taking into account Kia's 25-litre frunk, a feature that this car doesn't have. So, where do you put the cables? Well, they won't go in here, even with a squash and a squeeze. And they won't fit in the sides either, despite the wonderful array of trays and hooks. This parcel shelf is super useful because it can be put at different heights to help with best packaging arrangements. An optional tow bar will allow you to tow 1,200 kilograms, which is 200 more than the Kia. Oh, and there's this. A recycled plastic ice scraper with a tyre tread depth gauge down the side. Talking of which, this car sits on 20-inch alloys, and they are wrapped in Hankook Ventus S1 Evo3 EV tyres, which have been specifically designed for electric vehicles. This tyre has achieved a rating of 4.5 out of 5 from drivers on DriverReviews. Inside, there are more sustainable materials, including recycled plastic bottles and clothing. And it really does feel as though you've had a dash through your wardrobe in here, which is no bad thing. It's refreshing to see and feel different surfaces, including the cross-hatched design on top of the door panels, because they are the hardest plastic surfaces, but they are softened up a little. This dash is quite curvaceous and supports the protruding 13-inch screen, which does little to blend in. You have to interact with it quite a lot, despite the decent number of physical buttons which lead you to think otherwise. The steering wheel at this trim level is 2-spoke, which is not aesthetically pleasing to my eye, as I always need a 3rd spoke, but it is not offensive when you're driving. What do you think? Do you prefer 2 spokes or 3? Let us know in the comments section. Standard features on all Elroqs include heated mirrors, wireless Apple CarPlay and a rear parking camera. I need to praise the car's blind spot warning light here, because it is large and close and a welcome change to the small dots in the far side of the mirror on most cars. This Edition 85 also has fast phone charging, extra ports and keyless entry and exit, where you simply touch a sensor on the door handle to unlock and lock the car, and it means that you are not scrabbling around the bottom of your bag or pocket to press a button on the key. Many cars have this now, and it is a game changer once you've experienced it. There's also the obligatory app to access charging points, program the cabin's temperature and even park whilst you're on the pavement and predict maintenance work and a lot more. And if all that gets a bit too much, you can always ask Laura. Hey Laura, how far can I go on my current electric range?
Based on your current consumption, you can still drive 159 miles.
Well, that's enough about Laura in the front. What's it like in the back? No matter which seat you are sat in, there is a great feeling of space in here. So much so, in fact, that this car could trick you into thinking it was an estate car. When it comes to storage, there's plenty of it, 48 litres of the stuff with some really clever designs, particularly around the centre console and this little pocket for mobile phones. Whatever car you drive, the only thing connecting you to the road or the track are the tiny contact patches on your tyres. So it is crucial to find the right set, but searching for them can be stressful and confusing. If you need help choosing new tyres for your car, then go to DriverReviews.com, where you will see thousands of reviews of all the top brands written by drivers just like you. Also, check out the winners of our latest Customer Choice Awards. This car sits on a platform called MEB, which is easily configurable to share across many cars, in particular the VW group. So the likes of Audi's Q4 and Cupra's Born use it, as does Ford's Explorer, and that is thanks to a knowledge sharing deal across cars, vans and trucks between the two companies. Those three rivals focus more on performance and luxury, whereas this one, it likes to concentrate on value and practicality. But this hasn't neglected performance. There are a variety of battery sizes with power ranging from 170 horsepower through to 340. This one sits at about 300 horsepower. It gets off the line up to 62 miles an hour in 6.6 seconds, which is over a second slower than the three rivals I've mentioned. If a quick time is important to you in a Skoda Elroq, then go for the VRS, the range topper, which will do it in 5.4 seconds. Electric cars use all of their torque as soon as you hit the throttle, so although this isn't the most potent in the family, there is still enough oomph with 545 Newton meters of torque for it to feel sprightly. Top speed is 111. Electric cars also have regenerative braking, which slows the car and puts a bit of juice back into the battery. Now, in this Skoda, this B mode really emphasises that. But I am not a super fan of any lurching that goes on when regenerative braking kicks in. So I like to have it as low as possible, or preferably turned off, so I can just rely on the car's actual brakes. However, it's not an all-disc arrangement on each corner, because in a nod to the past, this car has got drum brakes on the back, which is common for many machines on the MEB platform because of the reduced friction and superior corrosion properties. When you put your foot on the pedal, the brakes aren't as sharp as I would like them to be, and there is quite a lot of travel in the pedal before things start to slow down. However, they're not so bad that I would use the full-on regen braking. Each time we go for a drive, we might be in a different mood. So this car offers different moods to suit that. There is Eco, Normal, Sport and Individual. Eco will eke out the miles by shutting other things down in the car to prioritise that. And then you've got Sport, which firms things up a bit, but it is not going to turn this car into a two-seater sports car. It doesn't need to though, because the handling of this Elroq is pretty decent. There's a single motor powering the rear wheels, which I love because it leaves the front tyres free to simply steer and not worry about putting any power down at the front end. It also means that this car is rear-wheel drive, just like a sports car. And I can confirm that on a slippery roundabout with enough provocation, the back end will break traction a bit before the fun police come in and electronically rein it all in. Most people, quite rightly, will not be interested in that. They will want a car in this marketplace that is quiet and refined, and this car very much is. And this has got a commendably good ride, even on the trickiest and most bumpy roads. And what about range? Well, this Edition 85 has got the longest range in the lineup, with an official figure of 360 miles, which puts it well in the mix with its competitors, as does the charging time. It takes 28 minutes for the battery to go from 10% to 80% full. If aftercare is important to you, then Skoda's warranty isn't as generous as Kia's. But if a helping hand on most journeys is important to you, then the Elroq has got a lot to offer, including something that you will share with Rolls-Royce owners. A brolly in a door. Thank you so much for watching Driver Reviews. Please let us know your thoughts about the Skoda in the comments section, and please press like and subscribe so you're notified each time we post something new.